Alright, let's draft again. Fourth Tree Elder. Karmic Guardian can be a better card. It does cost less. But Double Time and Justice is quite the commitment. Where Fourth Tree Elder is a big flyer, and as you can see, big flyers just win games. This pack's pretty deep, though. I mean, Execute, Sweet, Wisdom, Ornate Katana, all good stuff. But we're going to take this really... Like, let's talk about how big this bird is. Like, there is an eagle in front of it, and we can kind of assume it's a bald eagle. You can kind of assume it's a bald eagle. Bald eagles aren't small. And this thing's just like, yo. Real big. Almost seems bigger than a 4/6 when you start to think about it, right? Right? This card's fun. This card's actually can go off pretty hard in draft, but at the end of the day, you can still kind of chump block it forever. Soul Ring Avenger is real good. It already comes with flying and has a really nice enter the battlefield ability. Permafrost is the best card in the pack, and I really have no idea how a common could get first picked over Order of the Spire, Silverwing Avenger, or Permafrost. There's no common I would pick over Permafrost. Maybe the drafter really had a preference for fire and took Torch. I would disagree with that assessment. I think Permafrost is much better than Torch. But that's the only card I could imagine getting picked out of here. So now it's a question of, like, do we take the best card in the pack, which is Permafrost, or do we take a card that's really not too far behind Permafrost and goes really well with our first pick? And we'll do that. I think Silverwing Avenger is better than Order of the Spire. This card can get out of hand. There's no doubt about it. You can do some cool things with it. But I really like Silverwing Avenger. Sword of Ikaria. I think we'll still continue to stay open and just take the Crown Watch Paladin. Sword of Ikaria and Ornate Katana are powerful cards, though. But Crown Watch Paladin's not far behind them, really. It's ahead of Ornate Katana. And we get to stay open to maybe Cambrai. Maybe Cambrai. And then we see nothing. Here was just two uncommons and a rare got picked. So this common run just didn't have any Justice cards or good fire cards. That's fine. You could end up Argenport with Rapid Shot. You could take the Brawler. I don't really want to take a card that's that bad this early. You could maybe try and go Huru and take the Flash Freeze, but I'd rather take the Rapid Shot. I think it's overall a better card. Plague. There is a Plague. Felon's kind of flowing, but there's also Bright Mace Paladin. Wow. These are pretty strong uncommons here. Could have taken a Lethrai Ranger? Where was there a Lethrai Ranger? Like in the Crown Watch Paladin pack? Why would I have taken a Lethrai Ranger over Crown Watch Paladin with my first two picks? Is that where was there a Lethrai Ranger there? Plague is really good, but so is Bright Mace Paladin, and it goes so well with our other picks. I'll just stay open. Yeah, it's kind of... I mean, it looks like Felon's open and we might just end up Argenport kind of thing. Kind of feels where we're going. I'm going to stay open to potentially abandoning all four of these picks and moving into Felon. We gave up a couple of powerful Felon cards, but not a ton. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing in this pack. There's just actually nothing in this pack. Actually nothing in this pack. These are things. I just never want to play two back alley bouncers, so I'll take the Rebuke. And then we got some Justice towards the end. I don't know. We did not see fire at all. We saw some bad fire cards, I guess, towards the end. So I could take this Torch and maybe hope that it's open in this direction. Back alley over Protect? Yeah, Protect's fine, but if I actually end up Argenport, I'm just going to want bodies, right? Yeah. Oh, I like Protect. I found you can just kind of get them. I like Protect. I still wasn't sure if we were actually staying in Justice at that point. Was kind of the issue. The fact that we got like a last pick Treasury Guard and Rebuke makes me feel better. When they took a common over a Permafrost? Wait, why would anyone take Lethrai Ranger over those cards. Lethari Ranger's not that good. It's good, but it's not a card you take over Permafrost. So Gilded Glaive can be pretty cool. Oh, I love Protect, but we already have 2 combat tricks, right? Protect's fine. It's not incredible. Played a lot in Constructed. Yeah, we'll just take the Glaive. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So we're probably Argenport. We may splash film, but I think I'd still rather just take Stewie. Torch is Torch. That's terrible reasoning, but okay. Like, you just ignore our first 12 picks to say Torch is Torch. We could end up like Huru splashing Shadow still. I do like removal, but we'll just take Steward. Was the Magus a consider? Was where Stone Scar Magus where? I guess not. There's people that consider Lethari Ranger the best common? That's actually insane to me. I don't think your first pack can be somebody's third pack. Your first pack is somebody else's first pack. I took the Glaive over a Magus. Yeah, I think that's fine with a Bright Mace Paladin and a Crown Watch Paladin. I do like Magus. I do like Magus. So there's an Aspirant, a Stalwart Shield, and a Dark Wisp. Like, I love Lethari Ranger. I thought Lethari Ranger traditionally was super undervalued. Don't you get last pick Lethari Rangers like all the time? That usually how it was. I guess people have finally come around and have overreacted too much. Hawkteria has followed. Thank you for the follow, Hawkteria. So there's a Stalwart Shield. I think we just want Stalwart Shield. It seems pretty good with what's going on here. Bright Mace Paladin. I don't know. It's kind of early to take a shield. Can either be the first or a second pack from someone else. How is that possible? You're getting passed from the same person in pack 1 and 3. So it can't be their second pack. It has to be their first pack. I wouldn't say it's very incorrect that Lethari Ranger is the best common. I just... sounds like a gross overrating of it. Like, do people actually think it's a better common than Bright Mace Paladin? That seems kind of crazy to me. Like, I think they're pretty close. I don't even know what to do here. I don't like this pack. This pack makes me think too much. And by that, I mean I just don't like any of the cards, and I don't want to pick them. Take Stalwart Shield. Typically not great in Argenport. So it seems like Combrae's coming through in this direction. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to move into Combrae at some point, but then why did we get past this Steward of the Past and a bunch of other crazy... Maybe I'm not supposed to latch on to the Steward pick. I should have been open to thinking about moving into Combrae, and maybe I still should. And take Healer's Cloak or something, but I could see Flight Lieutenant being an okay finisher here. We're coming up the ground with Bright Mace Paladins and stuff. We only have 2 flyers at the moment. We'll just take the Lieutenant. This is confusing. I don't see us moving into Rakano at any point this draft to justify taking over Nekatana when I could just maybe take this. Devour's kind of awkward in this deck, though. I'm not going to lie. Devour's really awkward. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in this draft anymore. I don't actually know. I had very little grasp of what was happening to begin with, and now it's just making even less sense. All I know is I have 3 Rapid Shots, 2 Bright Mace Paladins, and a Xena Destroyer now. We'll take the Film Banner for splashing potential. We don't need another Venom Fang Dagger. This is not a Shadowlands Guide deck. It is an Emerald Monument deck, that's for sure. I have no idea what my deck list command is set up to be right now. Was it the Elysian deck from earlier? Did I even update that? Yeah, Emerald Monument, sure. Well, Argenport it is. Desperado's a little sketchy to cast, right? Yeah, we'll just take Argenport Instigator. Oof. Finest Hour is a little less tempting with 3 rapid shots. Dark Return is sick with 2 paladins, potentially another paladin. I love Dark Return in Argenport. I think this is like the best Dark Return archetype. You just play really good units. Soul Collector can be good, but we don't really have removal, right? So I don't think this is a Soul Collector deck necessarily. So it's really a question of, do we take Paladin number 3 or make our other Paladins better with Dark Return? And I think it's actually Dark Return. I would love a Finest Hour here, but with 3 rapid shots, we're kind of already priced into how much tricks we have. So let's just take... Yes! Yes! I could see us needing the Spirit Train. We're not really in Forsworn Stranger territory. We're not splashing a Deserter. Longsword would be nice, but we'll take the good 2-drop instead. Magister is not great on D, but it can play decent offense. Or do we want to scheme? It seems like we already have decent redundancy and things to do on 3. I don't know if we really need the scheme. I hope we don't have to play this Magister, and this is kind of insane that the Karmic Guardian's here, right? Where can you find non-budget Scream? I recommend going to... I should probably just have the link to eternaldex.cards on that post, actually. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, there's a website called eternaldex.cards, and they kind of have a database of lots and lots of decks. If you go on there and look up Haunting Scream, you should get some decent lists. Yeah, CMS has it. Is this... I don't know. I haven't played with Magister much since the nerf. It used to cost 4 and be a 4/2. Now it's a 5/2 for 5. We are pretty aggressive. We have rapid shots. Like, it could be the finisher we're looking for. Hate drafting's kind of pointless. We'll just let somebody get their late Karmic Guardian, I guess. This is a question of would I rather have Scheme or Magister? I think I'd rather have Magister. Well, this is a pretty easy play. I like Dark Return in this deck. I have no idea why these Karmic Guardians are coming from. RNG Eternal has some really good writers. There's been talks of me becoming a guest writer, but RNG and I butt heads in terms of content development style. Where do I see the change in Master as a nerf? I do in Limited for sure. In Constructed, I don't know. I was never seen playing Constructed, right? Another Xenon Destroyer. We still have another pack to go. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck. We could use some removal. Cue me not opening removal. I was supposed to open removal when I asked for it. Blackguard Sidearm seems absolutely insane in this deck. We have 2 Bright Mace Paladins and 2 Xenon Destroyers. Hey, there's a Suffocate. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's not the exact removal we're looking for, but we'll take it. Dark Return. Super sweet. Flyer or a Longsword. I really just think our deck's going to be like Bright Mace Paladins and Xenon Destroyers with weapons on them deck. Which means we just want a Longsword. We might end up being low on units. I haven't really been paying attention. Wow. Apparently we're supposed to move into Cambrai at some point, but whatever. I think we're pretty happy with what we ended up with. Yeah, this deck is weird, right? Sometimes you... I don't know. Like, it seems like we could have maybe found a way to end up in Cambrai at some point, but I'm pretty... I mean, we ended up getting past a Steward of the Past, a Plague, and an Argenport Instigator, so I'm pretty happy with just being Argenport. Do we just need the 2-drop? We have 3 at the moment. Yeah, I think we just need to take Stones. Like, because we see a Twin Brood Sauropod here. Yeah, we'll just take the Stonescar Stranger. Yeah, and there's a Cambrai Healer. It's like kind of crazy. Ooh, Mithril Mace? That actually seems really good here. We could take the 4th Rapid Shot, but I think I'm happy with 3. Although, I mean, how do you lose if you did... I don't know. We'll take the Mace. Mace seems to fill in a nice void that we need filled. I don't care about any of these. Felon Stranger? Yeah, we'll just take it. I could take the Vulture, actually. This is fixing and a better blocker. If we somehow don't find one of our lifesteal dudes, this can randomly just peck in for damage with a weapon. And we'll just get more strangers anyways. Sweet. Why is this here? Why is this here? There's no film things we're thinking about splashing, right? Yeah, no. Take District Infantry. Peacekeeper? We might actually play Peacekeeper. If I splash Primal, I have 2 Raptors. I don't know if I really want to splash Raptors, though. They're kind of low impact. Like, they're nice tempo plays, but it doesn't seem worth messing with my power base to do so. Alright. I don't think we're going to need Flight Lieutenant. I think I'd rather... I'm not playing Pilfer. This is Pilfer. We're probably playing both of these Stone Scar Strangers. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not. Conbreak Magister. Civic Peacekeeper. Let's just cut the mediocre stuff for now. I think we need the Spirit Drain just in terms of interaction. Magister with Stalwart Shield is sweet, by the way. This is kind of an awkward Ravenous Thorn Beast deck. But it's still a 3/3 for 3. 17 units. We actually have more spells than I thought. Yeah, like if you were to ask, like Cobalt Acolyte's a better common than Lethrai Ranger, right? It's like, is Cobalt Acolyte the new undervalued Lethrai Ranger? I don't understand. Let's cut one of these strangers. I can live with 5 2-drops. It's a little less than I'd like. But we can kind of catch up from getting behind. Oh, Back Alley Bouncer. We're starting to get a little low on units, but not really. We have 2 Dark Returns to factor in. We want... I still think I want the Spirit Drain. Let me see my removal here. We've got a Rebuke, a Suffocate, some Rapid Shots. I don't know. Maybe I just don't need clunky removal. I'm just a little concerned about Flyers. I mean, I guess we have a Fortree Elder and a Roland's on a card. 2 Destroyers, 2 Paladins. It's not really going to remove the things that get in the way of Paladins and Destroyers anyways. And this wants to be an 18 power deck. This wants to be 18 power. This can't really block. I'm a little worried I won't have enough 2-drops or early game plays if I cut this Stone Scar Stranger. What about this Thorn Beast? Do you just not need it? Thorn Beast can be so good, especially with 2 Dark Returns, though. I like... Yeah, all this top-end stuff has to stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 drops. We're definitely playing Plague, Glaive, Sidearm. So I think it's between, like, Thorn Beast, Stranger, Vulture, or... Like, yeah, we're going to go down to 14 units, but we can kind of count Dark Returns as units. Like, let's be real here. Our weapons are Longsword, Sidearm, and Glaive, and Shield. So we have 4... We have 5 attachments? Oh, and the Mace, yeah. So we have 4, plus we have the Monument. So that's a pretty good amount of attachments for our dudes. Maybe a Rebuke? No, I think we need this Rebuke. We lack ways of dealing with large units. And it helps for some pretty powerful tempo plays. Like, we do have the Rapid Shots, I suppose. But I still really like Rebuke. It takes out Flyers out of the sky and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of wish we did have that Protect, though, in this deck. That's for sure. I would not have minded having a Protect in this deck. This seems like a very good deck to have Protect in. Just get one big lifesteal unit and cast Protect on it and win. Meh. Like, yeah, that's better at blocking, but do we need to block as much if we're going to gain all the life? Yeah, let's try this. I don't know. That might not be the right build. Might not be right. Treasury Guard, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. It's not better than Thornbeast. Civic Peacekeeper is another interesting card. If I went 19 power, I think I'd want this Peacekeeper, but I wouldn't be able to figure out how to build that. Flight Lieutenant's also a very nice finisher in this deck, but we got Roland Sunray Guard, and I don't feel like playing 2 7-drops, because that's crazy. And I think I like Vulture more than Blood Beetle. Yeah, we don't need a dagger. We have plenty of other equipment. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. The power is definitely sketchy, right? There's no doubt about that. Do we want a 10-8 split or a 9-9 split? Do we need double shadow for anything? No. Yeah, let's go 10-8 then. Makes it much more likely that we can cast our double justice cards. And 8 shadow sources is still reasonably enough. So, yeah. This deck's got a good power level. A little shaky of a power base, which generally happens when you end up in these unnatural pairings, just because, yeah, you try to like Vulture and you hate it. I could see Vulture being the cut. I am not a big fan of Vulture either. Maybe it's, yeah, actually, because we're so short on Shadow. I don't know. Well, I'm going to go with the Vulture for now, but yeah, I can agree that it's not great. It's not great. Neither is Blood Beetle. Yeah, maybe we should just go with the Stranger over a Vulture just for an extra shadow source as well. It's probably correct to do that. It's probably correct to play the Stranger over the Vulture. But we're also kind of light on flyers, so I like just randomly, like, even though it's a low impact fire, I kind of like having one.